Oh. Oh, that's why. Because I'm a fool. But let me do this, do this, do this. And do this. Let me get my feet, It's warm enough that I freaking feel like I could theoretically put my heaters away. But apparently it's supposed to, in the next week, snow. According to my sister. Gonna fucking be annoying to a certain degree. Or did I set this on shuffle already? Okay, good. Because I do want it to shuffle for a hot minute. But my feet are still cold regardless. Poor circulation or something. Let me do this. I need to reorganize my desk just in general. I need to find a good spot to put, like... When I have coffee is the main time that I have a problem. Because then I have 2 cups on my desk. I have the coffee and then I have some standard water. Because well, calling it hydrating, I guess, isn't exactly an accurate term. With coffee, well, doesn't do that. But I'm hoping that when it comes to this game, it has breakpoints that are in reasonable spots. Because yesterday, the problem is that, you know, like most roguelikes, or roguelites, or whatever you want to call it, there are breakpoints, like, you know, between lives, but then you're like, but I can do better. I can do thing. And then I wind up freaking playing for 6 hours. But I want to do a little bit of mini painting practice tonight, because supposedly I mentioned this on Twitter and Blue Sky, and I mean, I mentioned it on Mayoshi, but unless you're a creator, you're less likely to be there. So that matters a little less as far as you guys hearing that. But Sunday, I'm supposedly getting sent a chimera. A guard chimera. Which I need to figure out what exact regiment he's doing for it. So that I can, you know, account for what all I'm going to need. But I need to find a stand of some sort to set up like a camera, a hand cam for the mini painting. Because my old scuffed setup of having a bar across from the shelving up here to a pile, or not a pile, but like a tower of containers doesn't work because I've gotten rid of the containers. Well, one of them. I got rid of the taller one. The smaller one's still down there because a cat knocked it in the windowsill. But I think that doing some mini painting would be fun. Speaking of art-related stuff, though, it's the end of the week. I can freaking remove this. I did redo the blobbies on the new model idea. I gotta figure out where the heck it is. It's in pictures, screenshots. I actually screenshotted it twice. Oh, look. I need to figure out how I want that other hand to look in the end. But the blobbies for the base body are looking a lot better than they did before. Because for those that don't remember the original freaking blobbies that I was going to do, or not the blobbies for this, but the original attempt that I did at... Did I ever actually share it? The original attempt I did at the lasso... the lasso method. I know what it was for, but I don't remember if I ever shared it. Because it was for the... Okay, yeah. I did share it, which means that the screenshot should exist. Because this is at an angle, so it's screenshot. I apparently don't still have it in my pictures. Because that's the Nasu from January. All right, let me see if I can just... Can I just grab this and drag it? Well, not when it does that. I fucking hate how Opera works half the time. Oh, that's why it's not fucking working, because it's trying to freaking register as a WebP, because... Did I hit M? I hit M, didn't I? I hit PMG instead of PNG. Glad that my brain's not working today. Really, Okay, cool. It fucking excuse me? I hate WebP files so goddamn much. Not that. I wanted to unshuffle and then do that. I mean, at this point, I can just... But the other... I did this, which the reason it looks so fucking... I don't know if it's due to the pose or if I just didn't have a concept of how it was supposed to work. It doesn't look awful, but, like, around the chest it gets really, really muddy. And... oh, God. And my theory behind that is just due to how much is there. So I don't know. Because this is more open. I apparently collapsed all the parts of the left leg on this, though. So that's a little fucky. But I'm a little more confident with how the lasso works now. Ugh. As far as doing, like, blobs. So, not too bad, I'd say. But we'll see how it plays for the rest of the way, I suppose. Because it very well could still turn out to not work terribly well. Well, let me... Either way, all that to say, new model is coming along all right. And we will probably be doing mini painting in the near future if I can set up a What's the word I'm looking for? If I can set up a hand cam. Which hopefully won't be too bad, question mark? Hey! Stop using the floor. You have a whole ass litter box. It is clean. Did Scabato use the opposite side, so you just decide that you're going to be as close to the edge on that one side as you possibly can? Never get a cat. Hey! One moment, I gotta freaking... Hey! Knock it off! And I guess I needed to clean that floor anyway, but Jesus fucking Christ. The fact that she freaking is just scraping at the linoleum is so goddamn annoying. One moment, I gotta... Kid! No, I'm mad at you. Stay off my desk. Either way. I suppose... that we'll actually get into this. before I get distracted by someone deciding that she wants to ruin things again. I don't know if this is a controller recommended game or... It doesn't even say that it has controller support, so it might not be. Is this another game that's starting technically in windowed? Okay. Has dwelled within these walls, spreading fear over the country, the once peaceful countryside. All seemed hopeless, until one day a traveler from faraway land wandered into the pleasant village and deafened the player that was controlling him, called himself Prince Duncan, and told the townspeople, okay, overjoyed that peace might finally be restored to the land, they cheered as Duncan set off toward the castle. But alas, the hero had never returned from his valiant quest. Tales of his bravery were all that were spoken of Dark Castle for many years, until now. A new hero has arrived, ready to face the perils of the castle and destroy the cursed Black Knight once and for all. Controlled by a now deafened Nasu Amaya. Because everyone always decides that the music needs to be way too fucking loud. Brave adventurer, this book is written to be your guide to Dark Castle. It is filled with knowledge and lore that has been gathered from the few heroes and plunderers that have peered inside the walls and escaped to tell their tales. If you have never attempted such feats as toppling thrones or hurling fireballs, this information may save you from certain doom. Prince Duncan was heralded as the most courageous and skilled hero in all the land when he set forth to challenge Dark Castle. Hopes rose that he would prevail, and that the village would finally be at peace. But alas, time went by, and he never returned. The prince was surely defeated and imprisoned by the villainous Black Knight. When word spread throughout the village of Duncan's failure, fear of the castle grew even more. To this day, no one dared to enter. One hope remains in the prince's young nephew, Bryant, who at the time of this writing would be 17 years old. If he can be found, he may be the only person willing to avenge his lost uncle. Hi Frosty, how you doing? Originally, Dark Castle was thought to consist of only 4 small areas, 2 of which were kept in the Black Knight's where the Black Knight kept his most prized treasures and sources of power. First was a magical shield that could render its bearer invisible to certain dangers for a short time. Second was a wizard capable of summoning fireballs from the palm of his hand. One of your treasures is just a guy? You can feel your teeth when you... What the fuck? Trouble is where you ended up if you were unfortunate enough to fall into one of his many pits in the castle. It was a locked dungeon that was difficult to escape from, but not impossible if you had the right key. Final area led directly to the Black Knight himself, an almost certain failure without the aid of the aforementioned items. One story claims that Prince Duncan actually defeated and pursued the Black Knight deeper into the castle. An anteroom was discovered that led to many more treacherous areas and even a mysteriously sealed gate. That's fucking Sen's Fortress. According to legend, Duncan broke the seal by retrieving 5 magic orbs and placing them on pedestals throughout the room. He then entered the gate and faced the Black Knight a second time. Most people don't believe a word of this extraordinary tale, But just in case you should happen upon anything resembling a magical orb, you may want to pick it up. You'll begin your quest with only a handful of rocks and not much else. These rocks will be your main defense against many foes you'll encounter, so pick them up often. Okay. Glad that I'm playing by Hobbit rules. Just chuck rocks at them. Pick up any bottles of elixir that you find, too. They will protect you from the plague-ridden bat and rat bites. Oh my god, I've got to deal with rats! I'm playing both Terraria and Conscript with this shit? I hope that they're not bugged like the rats in Conscript were, where I just freaking got chased permanently by invulnerable rats, so I freaking wound up taking plague just off the bat. The longer you stay in an area, the weaker you get. When you are injured or tired, eat food to regain your health. Collect keys to open locked doors. Bombs can be used to destroy certain walls. You may also find them useful for dispatching some enemies. Reports of the Black Knight's terrifying flying villagers in a flying machine were once commonplace. If such a wondrous device exists, certainly there must be fuel for it as well. Be on the lookout for other strange potions. There is at least one that is poisonous and another that is capable of teleportation. At times you may encounter tougher foes that are immune to your rock attacks. Some of these can be dealt with using maces, shovels, hammers, and other various weapons. Weapons can also be stored in your inventory and retrieved when needed. Your progress will automatically be saved each time you return safely to Anteroom 2, Anteroom, or Great Hall. Your lives will also be replenished and extra lives will be granted for certain achievements. If you are in danger of losing your last life and need to save, use a warp potion to return to the Anteroom 2. After finishing this book, you should immediately proceed to the training area. There you will learn the basic skills to survive Dark Castle's numerous perils. Bad guys: Bat, Rat, Vulture, Guard, Magic Broom, Gargoyle, Whip Henchman, Rock Henchman, Mutant, Snake, Mosquito, Killer Bird, Durgan, Burning Eye, Big Bird, Shovel Henchman, that's a mace, Brewery Henchman. Authors note this section is outdated. Progress. You can use the remaining pages of this book to document where you find each orb, helpful notes, and any secret items you may discover. Good luck! Can I actually... Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh. That needs to be... This needs to be... That... This needs to be... About there. And this needs to be... About there. Do we have any... Turn this down to about half. Turn it a little less. And now that I'm not freaking reading, I can actually give you guys the in-game audio. Mouse curve? I don't know what each of these means. Well, yeah, but what does it change? Does it change number of enemies? Does it change how tanky they are? Does it change freaking... Welcome to the Duck Castle training area. Here you will learn the basic moves, how to aim and throw rocks, and how to do battle with various weapons. Let's start with running. Practice running back and forth using A and D keys. The gold arrow marks where you should go. Okay, note to self, if I run into a wall, I eat shit for freaking... That's fine, now let's go inside your house. You'll encounter lots of doors that need to be opened before you can enter them. Now position yourself in front of the door and hit the W key to go inside. Ooh, that's very specific about where it wants to be. Stairs leading down to the basement. Move over the head of the stairs and practice using the S key to descend, the W key to ascend. Press and hold the E key to duck to the floor. This is useful for avoiding certain dangers. I'm not entirely sure if I like that being on the... I don't know what I'd put it on aside from E. Maybe control? Oh, it's Q for pickup. That's an interesting choice. Basic jump is done by pressing the space key. For long distances, you can jump while running. Lastly, you can jump downward while holding the S key. Leave her alone. Go. You know, that was luck. Will protect you from one bat or rat bite, so bake them up often. Now you're going to have to jump from log to log in order to get back to the other side. Okay, we're gonna freaking have an interesting time here. Last stage of jump training is learning how to swing on the ropes. Go up the base of the ladder and press the W key to climb. Motherfucker. Aim your throwing arm, moving mouse up and down. When you think you're lined up, click the mouse button to... I don't think I should hold my hand like that. Block an opponent's swing by pressing the Q key, simply duck it by pressing the E key. Hello? Oh, it wanted me to attack as well. We have to get through that wall. First, put away your weapon. Ooh, okay, that actually has a wider explosion than I would have expected. How to drop when you no longer want. With your weapon out, hold the E key to duck, then press the Q key to drop. Magic teleport potion. You can use them anytime to be transported to the Dark Castle starting room. Training is now complete. Press the return key to drink the potion and begin the game. We call that the enter key these days. Can I change my keybinds? Ooh, that's... Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah. Welcome to Dark Castle. These hint notes will provide you with valuable information that will help you complete your quest. Okay, where... Yeah. Can be used to store additional orbs beyond the 10 required for Anteroom 2. I'm a fucking gamer, dude. Oh, okay. If I return here, Oh cool, I do to get my health just restored. I don't like the fact that he's directly underneath the freaking... Cool. Yeesh. Fuck you. I think the worst part is that I can't even freaking force these to... fall, so I just gotta hope I don't eat shit in the middle of freaking... Love how the Dark Knight just has a computer chilling in his freaking library. Motherfucker. Now I gotta wait 7 years for these books to decide that they're going to fall. There's still one up there that's going to hit me the moment that I walk under it. Now we play the waiting game again. Come on, last book. I love how he can hit me from a wider range than I can hit him. About time. I'm gonna fucking end myself.
Yeah.
Gotta wait 7 years for the books to decide they want to fall. Ugh, finally. Orbs. Fucking excuse me? Zero indication. Love to see it. Hello? Okay, I just tripped over his ass. Okay.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa.
Sure, bud.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, I can't fucking crouch with the flail. Alright, this room.
Yeah.
Transporters can be linked to custom level sets by pulling their perspective chains. Go to the chosen level set and under the table and press the up key. Motherfucker!
Yeah.
Visiting hours begin precisely at midnight. Does any door not lead here? What's the point in having two doors there if both of them lead to the same goddamn spot?
Whoa.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Ah, how foolish of me. It's a wall. And that's a death, because I freaking stayed dazed for 7 years. Really? My guy just doesn't even know how to freaking pick his own feet up. Do I seriously have to freaking... Nope. I have to jump, I guess, or something. You know, that kind of obtuse dickishness, I wouldn't be so bad if I was expecting it.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I'll go fuck myself then. Right? How foolish of me, I forgot. My character doesn't know how to freaking take a step down.
Yeah.
Might as well wait for him to get up. I half expected that to not actually be a... door. I genuinely expected that to wind up being a freaking... wall just to give me the middle finger.
Yeah.
Nope. Not fucking with that. I'm just gonna freaking
Whoa.
reset.
Whoa.
That's not even a reset. This just takes me to another fucking dungeon.
Yeah.
Getting old orb requires a leap of faith. Alright, what's this way then? Jesus fucking Christ, this is ridiculous. This is not even a rat problem at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, you're the problem for the rats. It's their fucking house. Ah, okay. That's a wall. I have to jump, otherwise I'm gonna fall and eat shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Ow. Whoa. Whoa.
Can you grab? Hello? One moment, let me freaking... The fuck even is Dark Castle? Because the implication is that it's actually a freaking established franchise. ...1986 platform game for Macintosh. No wonder it's freaking... a ball buster. Game comes from an era of cruelty. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh! What the fuck? Yeah, we'll all go this direction until you need to freaking... The fact that they're one-shot kills is fucking madness, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are gonna fall for sure. Called it. I'm waiting for those to all fall if I can. Okay, now we freaking wait until we're near one of them and then jump down. Jesus. Problem is, do I kill myself if I freaking jump down there? Take damage, but it doesn't quite kill me. Oh, fuck! What the fuck? I can't jump down. What the fuck? Okay, we'll try the other side. What does this do for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you freaking climb instead of... The fact that I have to jump in order to climb is... Bruh. The worst part is that I know that this isn't going to be the only part of this room, because every other one has had like 4 parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you jump?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fact that that has drop could be real dickish.
Yeah. Wow.
I give that room one more attempt, and I think that we might be freaking... I might be reaching my limit. I mean, on the bright side, I guess that for a game from the 80s, it's an accurate freaking interpretation. I'm definitely not the freaking target audience for... I die more from the game just deciding that it's not going to function than...
Yeah. Yeah.
anything else. Just not jumping and freaking... game being plain obtuse. I'm gonna be honest, if I had fucking gotten killed... because those attack from the initial freaking spawn for this map, I would have been pissed.
Wow.
Okay, apparently that's not far enough.
Yeah.
Fucking excuse me? Those immediately pop away. They don't come back. What? That's just a wall. Oh, these are, some of them. I pulled the lever to figure out which ones are real, I guess. No, I'm not feeling engaged with this, I'm gonna be honest. I gave it about an hour. I'm sure that for the target audience of people that grew up with the game, it's probably better. But I personally do not enjoy it. Way too hard to be enjoyable for me. I've only played novice difficulty, and yes, it is humorous when I die, but I do enjoy feeling like I'm making progress and not just fighting against poorly implemented controls. Game looks beautiful and interesting. I'd like to see more of it. I want to explore all the character lovingly put in each level, but I can't. I usually die within several seconds of entering each screen. Sometimes the floor I'm standing on drops out from underneath my feet while I'm trying to get my bearings. Other times I'll catch a thrown axe to the head as I'm trying to look at the room and come up with an idea of what the game wants me to do. Even once I think I know what the game is asking of me, it is nothing short of a miracle if I manage to give the game the proper inputs with the timing it requires of me. Tried using a controller at first, but I cannot configure the control scheme, and I could never figure out how to properly use a weapon using just the controller. So I had to switch to mouse and keyboard. This is actually a really long review. I don't know. Final consensus, not for me. I guess that since we're only an hour in, hour and a half, I'm going to split the YouTube VOD for the purposes of this was a free game given for me to try out. And then we'll switch over to Turok 2. That way I'm not just leaving you guys with only like an hour and a half of stream. I'll probably still get a bit annoyed at Turok 2, but definitely less so than that game. I think that without the context of it being a port slash remake slash sequel slash some other fourth thing, of a game from the 80s, I probably would have written that game off as like just plain bad. But with the context of what it is, I'm just labeling it as not for me. Shame. It is an interesting looking game and the like. But I don't enjoy it. And it outright at times feels like I'm just fighting the game rather than... Which, you know, 80s game, it's not entirely surprising, I suppose. Either way, for YouTube side, if the dev for the game winds up watching, I'm sorry, I gave it a good college try, but I'm not your guy.